Brighten up those dark mornings. Wheeler, Ollie, and Lekter. Mornings at the Cabin.
Wheeler, Ollie, and Lekter, you say? Well, it seems I am all alone in this studio this morning. I think Lekter's on his way, but Ollie has Brexited Canada. That's right, he started his holidays so far. He has let us know that he has arrived on the other side of the pond with a picture of a poached salmon and watercress sandwich with some mountain water. All those bold British flavors, I'm sure, were making him homesick. So, Ollie, good on you. Good on you for making it. That must have been a long flight. We wish you nothing but the best for the holiday season. Lekter will trounce in here at some point, I think, and we'll have ourselves a nice little show. Just a few shows left at Mornings at the Cabin for the 2018 season. I think our last show will be Friday. I'm taking off Friday evening, and I think Scott's just going to not do it for the rest of the year. No. We're going to have our best stuff running for the rest of the year, which I think is going to be great. We've had some great shows, including one just this last week. What am I saying? They're all great shows. We don't meander. We stick to the point. And Mornings at the Podcast, Mornings at the Cabin podcast, episode 156 from yesterday. Well, appropriately titled, the one where Ollie and Wheeler ruined Christmas, is up now. You can get it. We've got 156 episodes. They're not all as strong as this one that I'm doing right now, but they're pretty good. And apologies to anyone who might have been listening with small children. Santa is real. So is the Easter Bunny. But then again, so is Krampus and anything evil that might live under your bed.
Mornings at the Cabin, the podcast.
He arrived.
Hey.
Hey.
What's going on?
Whatever. Just
I hear
chill.
you were a bit miffed.
Miffed?
That I missed yesterday's
I wasn't
morning
miffed.
show.
I was downright just ugh.
Yeah.
It was your idea that he come in on. He wasn't going to come in on Monday, and then you said on Friday that like, hey, we should do one last show before the end of the year.
I don't know
you
if
should
I presented it like that.
And you said we should do one more show before the end of the year, and he's like, yeah, you guys want to do that? And you guys want to do that? And I was like, yeah, we should do that. I was like, all right, I'll do that. And he came in on the day that he had to fly across the planet.
Yeah.
And then you know.
But you would have rather been nowhere else.
We were going to talk about Christmas traditions.
That's all we've been talking about the last, 2 weeks.
I'm over it. Is Christmas done yet?
Yeah, right?
Yeah, I mean, we've already ruined it.
Yeah, so, yeah.
For so many.
On to that.
Yeah. What?
Yesterday's morning show.
Yeah.
So I don't know how many people know this, but I put together the Mornings at the Cabin podcast every morning.
It's the only thing you do here.
And it's literally the only thing I do. And so yesterday morning, I come in, and of course I had missed the morning show, and so I'm listening back.
Tell everyone why you missed the morning show.
Well, I was at the Woodyard Christmas party.
Of course, and you had too many pops.
Enough said.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
By the way, I will say this before I will interject. I went to the Woodyard on Saturday before we went to see Legally Blonde, and I had that new raspberry wit.
How good is that?
Good Lord.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
We should just move on because we could just talk about that for the rest of this break.
Oh, fine, Scott. You just
and
go ahead.
We don't need to do that. The beer speaks for itself. Anyway, so yesterday morning, putting together the Mornings at the Cabin podcast, and getting a good laugh out of you ripping into me for missing the show. It's like, this is a fun one. And it sounded, and you apologized to Ollie right off the top for being grumpy.
I've been a grump.
Yeah,
I've been a super duper grump, and I'm usually grumpy, but I've been especially grumpy these last couple of weeks.
So I thought, with that starting things off, it's like, this is going to be a great show. It's just going to be really nice, really warm. We're going to have a few laughs. It's going to be great. Little do I know, halfway through the show, you and I actually had a different title, all set to go.
All set to go.
And it was a gem. It was what? Well, you said something about the Willie region or the Willie spot.
The Willie spot.
Yeah, you said you were talking about something giving you the willies.
Yeah.
And
ASMR.
Yes, giving you.
It gives you like the.
Yeah. And then you said something, about the Willie region or something. I was like, well, there it is.
There it is.
That's
There's
the name of the podcast.
The Willie region.
So that was pretty much set to go. I was like, yeah, there's not going to be anything better than that. And then you guys as the title says. I won't say how because it's too awful. You ruined Christmas. And you realized it halfway through the break, mid chatter, and realized there was no way out of it.
There's no way out of it.
What's that? For people who aren't in radio,
Yeah.
describe to them what that moment is like.
It's like everything kind of falling down around you, but you still have to keep this kind of like, and we didn't at all.
No.
Had we been some sort of professional radio station, we probably would have maintained composure and been like, and then just kind of meandered back around and been like,
right.
But that's just a Grinch in me speaking.
That's just hearsay.
That's hearsay. That's hearsay, I believe. But no, we just kind of allowed it to deteriorate into me just kind of being like, it's just...
I think, that was a particularly heinous one.
Oh God!
Because you knew there was no way out.
No, there wasn't.
There was no recourse. So you'll notice if you happen to go onto iTunes or the iHeartRadio app or Spotify or wherever you happen to download the Mornings at the Cabin podcast, whichever is your chosen avenue, you may notice I marked yesterday morning's episode as explicit content. Listen at your own risk.
Well, to be fair, internally, I was screaming the F word a lot. A lot. It was screaming in my head. And that's kind of what radio's like, is if you screw up like that, you have that voice in your head going, yeah. But you're trying to be like, and the time is 8 o'clock and it's -14. It's going to be a lovely day out there in Yellowknife. Meanwhile, the voice in your head is screaming expletives at you.
Yeah.
Just trying to maintain.
Luckily, it just can't quite get to that microphone.
Can't do it.
If you don't let it. But
you don't let it.
But there it is. The first Mornings at the Cabin podcast marked as explicit content. I had to do it. It seemed necessary.
Mornings at the Cabin, the podcast where we cut out all the great music and you're left with the rest.
When I was a kid, I always used to say Feliz Navidad or Spiro Agnew. Feliz Navidad. I thought he said Spiro Agnew, who was, of course, the 39th Vice President of the United States.
Of course.
Under Nixon.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He doesn't say that.
Why would he say that?
I don't know. I thought maybe it was some sort of political Christmas song. Merry Christmas and to hell with Spiro Agnew. Merry Christmas. That's what I was saying. I thought he was saying.
Jose Feliciano, traditionally right wing.
Absolutely. Well, no, to hell with Spiro Agnew. Spiro Agnew was a Republican.
Oh, he said to hell with. Oh,
that's right.
Okay, I see. I didn't
or
catch
maybe it
the
was
whole lyric
Feliz
there.
Navidad. Vote for Spiro Agnew. Feliz Navidad. So maybe he was a Nixon supporter.
Done with Democrats. Do.
Done with the Democrats. Done with the Democrats. Vote Spiro Agnew. Well, I think we should just go home. The show's not going to get any better than that.
Well, before anything awful happens, yeah.
All right.
Lest we have two explicit contents.
You know what?
Mornings at the Cabin podcast.
I think before the week is out, we should ruin all the other holidays that happen between November and January. It's like,
let's put them all on even footing.
I'll start with New Year's. New Year's Eve is just arbitrary, isn't it? It just happens on a day. They're just like, you know what? Make it the end of the month, even though the equinox was 10 days before that, and that should really be the start of the new year,
right?
Because that makes more sense.
Yeah, we can't even all agree on when the New Year starts.
It's just some Gregorian calendar nonsense. It's just like, you just put it at the end of December. That makes sense.
Speaking of not all agreeing,
the New Year's is 10 days after the sun rebirths. Great.
What's this thing about spiders?
The spiders. Yeah. Spiders all work together. They could eat every one of us.
I'm a little concerned with how often I'm seeing friends share stories from the New York Post these days.
Yeah, me too. But also the Daily Mail and other things. But what are you going to do?
I mean, I guess fair enough.
Interesting one.
If spiders are banding together in a plan to eat all of us, then it doesn't really matter who reports it. We should probably pay attention.
Particularly yellow vest spiders. They are getting together, and it's totally not about immigration. If they all band together, they could eat us all because they outnumber us, right? Is that the conceit that they outnumber us by so many?
Oh, they outnumber us by
like there's like billions and billions, and we're only 7 billion. And
apparently, it's been discovered that spiders across the globe consume between 440.9 and 881.8 million tons of prey in any given year.
Good Lord.
This is just tons, not tons. We're not like
Tons.
Like, calm down.
All right. Okay, so if they all band together, they could eat us all. That's terrifying.
Yeah.
That's terrifying. Most of them don't. And,
No.
And like you said, right? Much like humans, they can't work together.
No.
They won't.
So
they refuse to work together. What do you expect
Out
me
of
to work with a
principle.
tarantula? My father would roll over in his grave.
Look at that hair.
Look at that hair. Good Lord. Just shedding its skin all over the place. Oh, don't get me started on Black Widow. Get out of here with your red on your back. I don't have red on my back. I don't know. Wolf spiders.
Yeah.
Daddy long legs. Not even a spider, Daddy long legs. Go back where you came from. You don't even have a mouth.
The Mornings at the Cabin podcast, where we delete all the bad bits and make them sound at least semi-coherent.
Ollie left yesterday. He has Brexited Canada. His mission, solve Brexit, I think is what he wants to do.
That's what he says.
Best of luck, Ollie. You know, you're doing the Lord's work. But he did post something which I thought was funny. So he posted that he was in the Calgary airport, and then he posted that he had landed, he had arrived, just let everyone know that he was safe.
Right.
And he said, Brentry accomplished, which is funny.
It's good.
It's pretty good.
It's good.
It's pretty good. And he posted a picture to let us know that he was in the UK of some sparkling Scottish mountain water, which looks delicious, and a poached salmon and watercress sandwich with cucumber and soft oatmeal bread. That sounds delicious.
You know, and even the packaging looks boring.
Of course it's boring. Of course it's boring. It's upper tier British stuff. It's boring.
It looks medicinal.
It does look medicinal. Yeah, the water looks medicinal. The sandwich looks like it's been prescribed to him.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, take this. And he probably feels that way.
Probably
too.
was prescribed
He
to
was
him.
homesick. He's like, here, have some of this.
Yeah.
You'll feel like you're in the UK again. It's like,
Get some poached salmon in you.
take a bite of that soft oatmeal bread. Ooh, that sounds tasty. And so I posted on his post, all those bold British flavors. Ollie, you have yourself a wonderful holiday. I hope you put some salt on any of that food. Yeah.
Nice and mild.
Nice and mild salt.
Yes.
Yeah, if you could. The mildest of salts. And best of luck in your quest to fix Brexit.
How do you think he's going to do?
I think he'll do okay.
Yeah?
I think shouting at I don't know what he's going to do. Shout at Parliament? He's not going to be there. He's going to be on the Isle of Bute
Yeah.
in Scotland.
It's like a
You can't fix anything from the Isle of Bute.
6-hour drive away from London, probably, or something like that.
I don't know.
Maybe
How
10.
I don't know how far it is
Yeah.
away.
But he can make it in a day.
I'm surprised he hasn't messaged us yet, actually. There he is. Oh, my dad listening to Who Are These Pillocks That You're About to Fire. If only you had the power to fire us. We're all equal shareholders. Well, it's nice to know that you're listening, Ollie. We love you, and we wish you nothing but the best on your happy holiday season, and hope you get some real food at some time.
What are pillocks?
I don't know.
The Mornings at the Cabin podcast was recorded before a sort of live, thankfully not in the studio, audience.
Your actions just before we came on.
They speak louder than my words.
They do speak louder than your words. They're very loud. I decided that we should, you and I should do not a gift exchange, but you're going to tell me what you would get me for Christmas. And I'm going to tell you what I would get you for Christmas.
Okay.
All right.
Does it have to be like a physical, tangible thing, or can
For
it
God's
be
sakes, don't give me a hug.
intangible?
Like, just don't. No. Yeah, physical, tangible thing.
Well, I could give you a hug.
I don't need.
Maybe it could be a stocking stuffer.
I don't want a hug. I mean, if you want to give it away, I mean, I'll take it. I guess.
He wants a hug.
Give me a hug, buddy. All right. So go ahead.
No, you go first.
Oh, I'll go first. Okay.
I haven't thought of anything yet.
So I saw this pop up in my timeline. I've seen this the last couple of years.
Okay.
So this is the flatulence deodorizer. So this is underwear that you can insert a little carbon filter into your butt parts.
Right.
And it's taped inside the underwear next to the buttocks. Next to the pillocks.
What else are you going to wear your
underwear?
underwear?
The wearer is virtually unaware of its presence. Yes. Because it is thin and comfortable inside the undergarment. I feel like this is what they tell ladies about pads.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you won't even know it's there.
You don't even know it's there.
Yeah.
It's just like a cushion. But anyway, what this thing does, there are some that just deodorize. Like just like straight up like mask that all the carbon just. Can you imagine being that carbon filter and just like, you're ready? but you take it all in. But there are some who release a minty scent.
Oh, that's lovely.
There you go.
Wow.
Yeah.
Are there
with
different?
what you do in this studio every morning? Every morning.
I don't know what you're talking
I
about.
think I need to get you these. That's what I'm going to get you for Christmas at some point. Is the underwear deodorizer with the little pads.
I don't emit a scent
Because you already own them. Is that right? Is that why? That's
I wish. I know this is amazing. Are there different scents?
Right now, all I'm
refills?
seeing mint. Buy underwear that turns your fart smell to mint.
Okay, because
There you go.
there are better smells. Like that's a breath smell. You don't necessarily want breath smell coming.
Really?
From
You
your-
went, oh,
from
look,
your
here's a
butt.
filter that turns it into coffee breath. Mm.
I mean, yeah, that's no better.
No, it's not.
But if it's fresh ground coffee,
That would be nice.
that could be okay.
That would be kind of nice, actually.
Yeah.
And that would be more in keeping with, like, I feel like it's more
I mean,
of
that's
an
the cause.
It's an earthy smell.
Yeah.
So, like, to go with another earthy smell, that would be good. Because mint just seems unnatural. It's like, why do I smell
Yeah.
mint all of a sudden? You'd be like,
Yeah,
But if you're in the office and you smell fresh ground coffee, you'd be like, oh, that's nice.
yeah.
And you'd just be sitting there like, I'll never tell. Just giggling to yourself.
In my
you
case,
pillock.
In my case, it'd be kind of a full circle thing
You
too.
you pudding-headed dunder mint. I don't know.
You nincompoop.
Nincompoop. There you go. What other synonyms for pillock do we have? You
Oh.
poor fish.
Oh, pillock. Yeah, we were looking up what pillock meant because we were called that by Ollie's dad apparently. Over
Ollie's
in the
dad is
UK.
very upset with
Listening
us.
live right now, and
I doubt they're
apparently
listening anymore.
it means quote a stupid person.
Oh, well,
Yeah, pretty simple.
we are stupid people.
We are pillocks. We are stoops. We are dullards. We
Dullards.
are dolts. Puddinheads.
Pudding heads.
Poor fishes.
Poor fishes.
Toolboxes. Halfwits. Dimwits. And of course, clods.
Clods. Very good.
Yes.
Very good. Now tell me what you're going to get me for Christmas.
I'm going to get you an intangible.
Oh.
And it's not a hug.
Okay.
Because that's
well,
a
that
physical
is
thing.
tangible.
That
I can feel that.
Like I said, that might be a stocking stuffer.
Oh.
I am going to get you the gift of patience.
No, I want it now.
I feel like...
You feel like I'm impatient?
Not in the way that you don't want to necessarily wait for things.
Well, I don't want to wait for
more in the way patience with people.
Spit it out. I have patience
You
with
just
people.
get so worked up, you know.
I have
Maybe
patience with
patience
people.
isn't the right word. What's the word for just like allowing things to pass?
I can't let it happen.
For seeing bad things on the internet,
Can't do it.
and knowing that it's not on you necessarily to fight them.
It's on somebody, Scott. If I'm not going to do it, then nobody else will, or somebody else will. Maybe I don't.
I don't want you to take that on, Jesse.
Oh God, I'm taking so much of it on.
I know.
It's
and
terrible.
I want to help you with that, but I don't want to jump into internet.
How are you
arguments
supposed to?
with you.
How are you going to help me with that?
By giving you the gift of patience.
Tell you what. Every time you see one of my comments and you don't laugh, because
Right.
you usually laugh at what I say,
Uh-huh.
and you don't laugh, just write. We'll write like a safety word, like a patience word, and you just write that under my comment, and it'll just be like pineapple, and I'll be like, all right,
Pillock.
pillock. Yeah, write pillock under my comment.
All right, pillock.
and I will take a breath.
All right.
And that's all you write. You don't
That's
write
all I
anything
write.
else.
Just pillock.
You don't write any kind of response, any of your opinions. I don't care.
No.
Just pillock, and I'll
Okay.
just be like,
I can do that for you.
"You're right.
I'll
Scott.
take that on.
You're right, Scott.
Yeah.
Pillock.
I'm not willing to jump in and be your tag team partner in some Facebook argument about God knows what
God knows what.
on Global Calgary's Facebook page.
It's such a dumpster fire in there. Every comment thread coming out of Alberta is just a straight up apocalypse of stupidity. It's
Pillock. Pillock.
there it is.
There it is.
That's nice. It's gonna be like a Pavlovian response at this, later on. You'll be Pillock, and I'll be like, oh, let it go.
You're welcome.
Oh, thanks.
Merry Christmas, buddy.
All right. Thanks, buddy. Merry Christmas to you. Fart underwear for you.
Yeah.
Patience for me.
Cabin Radio's morning show podcast. All the best chat, none of the embarrassing mistakes.
Twin Pine Diner. Inviting Yellowknife over for Christmas dinner.
Yeah. So cool.
Awesome. So they made this post. It said, if you can't afford Christmas dinner or just don't want to be alone, speaking of which, come have dinner with us. And they put that on Facebook a few days ago. So they're inviting the community to come out for food from 2 to 5 on Christmas Day. And it's absolutely blown up. People are just like, they're taken
As it
aback.
should.
As it should. And so more than 600 likes later, chef and owner, Chef Robin Washichina, says the diner staff are thrilled and overwhelmed by the response. Because, I mean, as much as people don't want to work on these days, right?
Yeah.
You want to take your time off. You want to spend it with your family. More and more are we seeing on Christmas Day, especially, like going out and doing stuff.
Right.
Either helping out or just like going out to visit, obviously, is a big one, but just making plans on Christmas Day.
Yeah.
Like even when I was a kid, I would have my Christmas with my family in the morning, and then I'd invite all my friends over after they were having done their Christmas and their Christmas dinner. Invite all my friends over for movies or whatever.
Right.
Or go to the Sally Ann and do Christmas dinner over there. And that's great.
Yeah.
That's great. That's a great thing. And like knowing that the staff is super into it too. Like, yeah, we totally want to do that. It's going to be a lot of fun to help out, but just to have that Christmas time there, you know what I mean?
Yeah. It's hard not to admire that kind of charitable spirit.
Well, so, I mean, that's Robin and Karen all over.
Yep.
They care deeply about this community. They care deeply about the people in it. And like he says right here, quote, everybody deserves a good meal at Christmas time. And to us, this is just something we felt we needed to do.
Yeah.
There you go.
So good on them.
Good on them. They're hoping for a huge turnout. I think they're going to get it. And he said, he says we hope we run out of food. Even if we run out of turkey dinners, we still got burgers.
Do you think Robin and Karen, because they're on vacation right now, right?
I think they're back.
Are they back now?
I think they might be back from Jamaica.
Okay. I was thinking maybe they're just having such a wonderful vacation. They're just like, you know what? This is too nice. We need to give back. And
no, I think this is, I mean,
either way, if they were planning on doing this or if it was a spur of the moment, this is our life is amazing kind of thing. But either way, great initiative and good on them for
absolutely.
doing it.
And even if it did come up that, just like, hey, we're having such a great time, we need to give back. Great.
Yeah,
but that just shows what wonderful people they are and how lucky we are to have a place like that in Yellowknife and people like that too. So
absolutely.
Very cool. Go read the story at cabinradio.ca. And like you said, if you're having trouble this time of the year, whether it be financially or emotionally, go there. Yeah. They're very welcoming.
Or if it's, your first year away from family, you don't have really anywhere else to be on Christmas, and you don't necessarily want to be alone, Twin Pine Diner is there for you this year.
Thanks for listening. Check out more from the show at cabinradio.ca.